Fashion designers really do work a lot and long hours, and really oftentimes it has nothing to do with creative work. It's a lot of other stuff that you have to deal with, and we don't have a lot of holidays, but sometimes also fashion designers that are self-employed go to holiday. When you are employed in Austria, you actually have like 5 weeks of vacation. When you're self-employed in Austria, you don't have any vacation at all, except you take one. And that's why I thought it's a great idea to take you with me on my holiday vacation in the summer to the Lido di Venezia and to Venice. And I will show you some creativity methods that you also can use to be a successful fashion designer, and why it is so important to use such methods when you are on a travel, and how you can be creative on a travel. So let's go. So why you should be creative on a travel? First of all, there is not much time in a creative process, and when you have a stock of ideas, that's an advantage. Second, if you want to be a really good designer, you need to practice, and in your holiday you have time to practice without any pressure, so practice. Number 3, a lot of designers get very frustrated because they cannot work creative work. They have to do so much more, and in your holiday you can be creative with no purpose and de-stress yourself, and that's a good reason. While I was filming all the footage for this video, I thought it's great also to show you how I am doing creative methods and how I applied it to my real work. And I will go from a very obvious things to not so obvious things. So the first thing we want to watch is florals. I mean, florals and flowers are an endless inspiration for fashion designers. I have made so many collections based on the theme of a garden. I mean, shake is my label is coming from a Japanese word that means scenery as a background from a garden. So it's a Japanese concept out of wood carving, borrowed landscape. It's very hard to translate, but florals, it's very important that you also watch all natural plants and so on. So go to the details, and I was very intrigued by this beautiful white flowers. And during the watching, I took some pictures of the flowers, and I came up with the idea of blooming, and when the flowers start to get debloomed, and this movement I wanted to capture, and I came up with a very simple shape actually that was transformed into a ruffle, and this ruffle was then applied multiple times to a top, very short blouse, short dress blouse, and it was very inspiring to do so. So watch the details of flowers. This is a very important tip number 1. My next method is architecture. No matter if you watch the beautiful buildings like this San Marco Cathedral, or the very simple but colorful shapes of the Burano Island, there is always something to discover. For example, the metal braces that are everywhere on the buildings here. So you have these metal braces. They always have like a middle part, and then they have like this things coming out as these braces, something like that. And I thought this looks a little bit like a bow. And I saw once in a book a method where you can put a bow inside a seam. So I thought to be even this concept of being very unexpected somewhere, because the braces are always somewhere, we could put, if this is like a sleeve pattern, it will look like this somehow. And you put in a seam in the middle of the sleeve, and then like a bow is coming out of this sleeve. So this is my was the inspiration, for example, and I have a picture of that. Actually, we did that. And one of the best parts of a travel is number 3, food. Food is very inspiring because it has these shapes and colors and textures. And if you, for example, strip off the color of a bowl of pasta, I came up with the idea of this crochet top. That was my first part of how to be creative on a travel. And if you want to see me design a whole new collection, there is a video how I'm designing the collection, so check that out.